Hello my little coconuts, and welcome to the first episode of my silly yapping show, Coco Talks. I'm very excited about this because this is something I wanted to talk about for a while now. I know other content creators already discussed this topic, but I'm going to give you the summary of the ridiculous drama that's been going on with TikTok for the past few years. So, buckle up, because it's going to be a bumpy ride. The TikTok art community is a community of artists that primarily post their work on TikTok. The community has been around since TikTok was formerly called Musical.ly. The videos evolved from simple short videos of showing art to bigger and exciting trends, especially animation trends. This part is based off opinions, not facts, at least that's what I think. This is just what I think happened during the time, so don't take it as factual. This is just my take. Ever since quarantine, aka COVID-19 coronavirus, hit in 2020, everyone has been staying indoors. Isolating yourself for too long with unlimited access to the internet can make you lose a lot of mental capacity. Even with online school, most kids will not pay attention at all and end up cheating on their test. If people think that I'm lying, it is very true. I was one of them. Since everyone relied on the internet so much, they most likely used it as an educational source. This is said due to people easily believing in misinformation, making up new slang terms, and overall becoming dumber and dumber by the second. Staying in quarantine for 2 years in the same bedroom can make people forget basic common sense they've been taught for years. If they aren't constantly being taught these basic elements, they'll eventually forget about them. The rendering process joke is a reference to an incident back in 2021 where a small/beginner artist with the name of Kit? Yeah, I think it's Kit, showed their art. The video displayed their artwork with the text rendering process. Kit's art looked a bit off due to the eyes being placed on the forehead, but overall it was a cute, innocent post. However, the audience didn't like their art, so they decided to attack them. They did this by sending hurtful comments, death threats, and even spreading false rumors about them. This made Kit leave TikTok for 4 years, and till this day they're still gone. Thankfully, they're still active on Instagram under their new username Crossy Art. They don't post frequently, but you get to see what they make every here and there. Their art has drastically changed over the years, seemingly steering more into realism and painting. Kate did not deserve the slightest bit of hate they received. Kate was only 17. They did not need to receive hate for having a stylized art style. People with funky looking drawings usually are trying to find a style to settle in for the meantime. They tried to experiment by drawing new things and techniques. So it was likely that Kit was in the process of finding a style or adjusting the current style they had. Instead of hating, ask if you can give constructive criticism and tips to help them improve. Poking fun at someone just for having a weird art style is not going to make the situation any better. It's really not. I truly hope Kit is doing much better now, and I'm happy to be able to watch him improve. Because of this incident, TikTok has made a label for these types of videos. It's a very popular term that a lot of TikTok artists would know. Art lore is a term created from TikTok. The original definition is creating a trend where people, both in and outside of the art community, make fun of an artist for being toxic/problematic. However, due to the toxicity in the community, the meaning eventually shifted to something completely different. It's now used to bully innocent artists for making an ugly drawing or cringy video. They remake the original post as a way of mockery, usually remaking the original drawing, but over-exaggerating the art style. This made the original seem like it was worse than it actually is. This is similar to the incident with Kit. This trend is beyond toxic and is continuously tearing this community bit by bit. This trend is filled with toxicity and shouldn't be done for the sole purpose to mock innocent people. The art community is supposed to be a safe place for artists to share their drawings, find people to connect with, and help each other to improve. But because of this, the community is nothing but a shithole. And here are some other incidents that follow under the same trend. If you don't know the full context of these videos, I will link some videos discussing them. It is a whole mess. Speaking of toxicity, let's get more in depth with the hate artists receive nowadays. Many artists who were victims of becoming the next art lord received an incredible amount of hate. They would usually get comments saying, "Oh, that's not, it's something," and many other commonly used insults. Many of these insults are aimed at beginner artists, but it's not always the case. Even talented artists are getting bashed on. At this point, any and every artist is a target for the sole purpose to hate on something for no exact reason. Beginner artists are hated for being bad at art. Professional artists are hated for being too good to the point where people call their art AI. It got so bad to the point where people started doxing them over this. The community is putting way too many standards on what your art needs to look like to be good. Not only that, but they're restricting artists' creative freedom to draw what they want. They expect them to draw for others and not for themselves, which is a terrible mindset. The hate is becoming more violent and dangerous by the second. The fact it's slowly becoming normalized shows how we, as people, have lost common knowledge. We need to stop normalizing bullying of other artists for simply drawing fun art pieces, especially when it's not near problematic. Y'all gotta realize that artists are people too. They're not gonna draw for you, they're gonna draw for themselves. And the fact that you think that you have the audacity to go ahead and hate on them for just having fun, just for drawing a simple art piece because they like what they draw, is extremely immature. Not to mention that there are even adults that attend this. They are participating in this. You are a part of the problem. It's honestly so disappointing to see, and it's embarrassing, honestly, because what do you receive out of this? What satisfaction do you get out of bullying someone, especially if they're a child? What if they're a child? They're gonna quit as soon as they see people hate on their art just for, being quote-unquote bad at art. Like, again, you gotta realize they're people too. They have feelings. You can't just go ahead and hate on them and expect nothing to happen. It honestly feels so bad for the people that are victims of this, and they don't deserve any of that. Speaking of which, this goes for the next point. Let artists have fun. If it doesn't affect you in a personal or physical way, leave it alone. If they're not doing anything offensive, if they're not saying anything to you, if they're not just overall doing something bad, why get mad? There's no point in doing that. I don't get why people, what fuels you with so much rage for you to go ahead and hate on a child for simply having a passion in art. Come on, let's think logically here. And finally, stop sending death threats and doxing people. It's not quirky, it's not cute, it's a crime. I don't know why we're doing this. I don't know why. What's the point of it? Oh, they drew something that you didn't like. Oh, okay, it's time to dox them and put them in danger. What do you get out of that? I swear, you people just do anything and everything just out of rage, and you don't even think about the consequences. What if somebody actually goes to their address and kills them? What if something happens to them because you decide to dox them? Oh, and like I said, no death threats, because guess what? What if that person's suicidal? They're gonna end up killing themselves. Like, oh boy, y'all don't get it. Y'all don't understand the consequences that come with your actions. It's not good. It's not quirky, not cute, not any of that. Just stop doing it. It's not funny. It's really not. Oh, also an additional ad. I'm fully aware that TikTok in the USA is getting banned on January 19th, which, thank God. The app has truly gone to shit and honestly deserves a ban. As much as I'm gonna miss the funny videos and all that, the app has got to go. It seriously has to go. However, even with this information, when TikTok gets banned, the community might spread to different platforms. And I know damn well we do not need any more stupid-ass kids roaming around causing unnecessary drama. So just be aware of the possible toxicity that could occur on other apps, and don't let the toxic suckers get to your head. I know it's probably not gonna happen, but I'm just saying it's not impossible. So just keep an eye out. So yeah, that's really all I wanted to talk about for today. This is something that's been on my mind since like forever, and I'm so glad I finally have the chance to talk about it. Thank you for listening to me ramble, and I'll see you next time. Bye, cuties!